My name is Saloni, and today in this video we are going to discuss about one of the recent adjudication order passed by ROC. Do you have a company and are you using a letterhead of the company? And if you are using the letterhead of the company, then you know what, you have to comply Section 12 of Companies Act 2013. Yes, Section 12 specifies few contents that you have to mention in your letterhead of the company. If you are not including those details on the letterhead of the company, then you know what, this is a kind of non-compliance on the part of the company. Okay, so today in this video we are going to discuss such order of ROC, Registrar of Companies, Bangalore, which has passed one of such order where the company was using letterhead of the company. However, the letterhead of the company however the letterhead of the company did not contain the basic requirements which is required by the act, and the penalty was imposed for such order by the ROC. So this include the violation of Section 12(3)(c) of Companies Act 2013, where the penalty was imposed for non-compliance of format of letterhead, which is given under the Companies Act 2013. Such order is passed by such adjudication order is passed by ROC Bangalore, which is an ROC for Karnataka. Let us run through what the Section 12(3)(c) exactly says. 12(3)(c) says every company shall get its name, address of the registered office and corporate identity number along with telephone number, fax number if any, email ID, website address if any, printed in all its business letters, bill heads, letter papers, and in all its notices and other official publications. Which means if your company is using business letter, bill heads, letter papers and notices and other official communication, then you should include name, address of registered office, corporate identity number along with telephone number, fax number if there is any in the company, because every company does not have fax number, email ID, website address if any, shall be printed in all these documents. So as a company, you generally use letterhead, business letter, notices, bill heads, you generally use this, and you also mention the name of your company and you give it a signed copy of the same to the respective person. So in these cases where you are using letterhead, bill head, letter papers, you have to mandatorily include these details on the letterhead. Though the compliance is very simple, but if missed, ROC will impose penalty on you, because currently ROC is acting in a very vigilant manner where they are pointing out all the little defaults which are being done by the companies. Let us understand what were the fact of the case in this particular instant company. So the company had filed a form called ING24 with the registrar, and where from its attachment it was observed by the ROC that the letterhead of the company did not have SIN number with it. SIN. So earlier in the Section 12(3)(c) we have understood that the letterhead of the company should mention corporate identity number, and this company has filed a form with ROC which is ING24. They filed the form, they also attached a few documents with the form, and from those documents ROC came to know that the documents are given on the letterhead of the company but they did not have SIN on it, and they have SIN on it. Now if this mistake is committed by any company and if ROC has also pointed it out, what is the penalty clause for the same? Same section also gives us the penalty clause which says if any default is made in complying with the requirement of this section, the company and every officer who is in default shall be liable to a penalty of 1000 rupees for every day during which the default continues but not exceeding 1 lakh rupees. Okay, so that means everyday basis, if you have started doing this default, then till the end it is pointed out by the ROC and still the default is continued, then in that case you have to pay a penalty of 1000 rupees for every day. Who has to pay? Company and every officer in default. Okay, so this so the ROC has so now there is also an exemption given to small company, which says if you are a small company and the ROC levies penalty on you, you will be given an exemption to higher penalty. If you are a small company, if you are eligible to the definition of small company, then you will not be required to pay a higher amount of penalty, but as per other section you will have to pay a lesser amount of penalty. But here in the instant case the company was not a small company, thus the provision of lesser penalty shall not apply to them. So what was the penalty that was imposed on such company? Thus the penalty was imposed on the company and officer in default of an amount of aggregate amount of rupees 17,000. Okay, so this is a very small kind of penalty which has been levied by ROC, but in other cases the ROC generally levies a larger amount of penalty. So this is a screenshot of such order where the penalty was levied by the ROC. The aggregate amount of the penalty was 17,000 rupees, which was to be paid by the company and respective officer in default. Now the company has to pay said penalty within 60 days from the date when the order was passed, and the penalty is to be paid in the form INC 28. Okay, so company has to pay this penalty within a period of 60 days. And or if company does not want to pay such penalty and company feels that we are not at fault, then it has the power to appeal to regional director within a period of 60 days from the date of receipt of such order. So once the ROC passes such order, company has two options. Either it pays such penalty within a period of 60 months, or it can make an appeal to regional director within a period of 60 months. Though if Act specifically provides that the letterhead of the company must mention few details and those are missing, there is no scope of making any appeal to RD, and RD भी यही बोलेगा कि you are at default and you have to pay the penalty. So here there is no such scope. So in a crux we can say that letterhead, notices, bill heads, bill letters of the company must contain name, address of the registered office, corporate identity number, telephone number, fax number if any there is in a company, email ID, website address if any. So if you are issuing any letterhead, please do revisit your letterhead and check if all this information are available on your letterhead. I hope you found my video useful. If yes, please do like, share, subscribe my channel, and thanks for watching.